Hello. So, after thinking about a few things, as I do, I was thinking how bad of an idea it would be if someone were to think that because they purchased, because there was only one purchase of one of my books, Finding a Silver Lining, Finding the Silver Lining. I can't remember which. I think it was Finding the Silver Lining, probably because somebody might have been a little lazy. That being said, if somebody ignorantly thought that because they purchased Finding the Silver Lining that they had any legal rights to any of that. And since there was the show The Guardian asshole thing that just so happened to be right after that purchase. Just some weird little coinky dink. It would be really, really bad, I would think, if somebody went around saying that they wrongly could consider me as a slave. Because in this era, slavery is illegal. And in turn, that, if I'm not mistaken, slavery ended because of the Civil War. And so anybody that would go around professing something like that, not in a BDSM setting, but in an actual, like, out in the vanilla world, online, outside of FetLife, that sort of thing, and not in a BDSM way, I would think that would be illegal. I would think that, hypothetically speaking, if somebody did that arrogantly, they wouldn't understand that making such a claim and doing it without any actual authority, that they would be able to be prosecuted because of that being illegal in the United States of America. I would like to hope that nobody would be stupid enough to think that. But I have known some individuals with questionable pasts. And when I say questionable, growing up in the state of New Jersey, that kind of puts it at a level that, And so I would want to hope that nobody would be dumb enough to go around professing something like that. Because, number one, that would be a false thing to do because of slavery having been made illegal over a century or 2 or 3 ago. And number two, if using extortion as a measure to attempt to have that, I would guesstimate that would be an even bigger problem. Then, as a third measure, the fact that by technicalities, already medically retired before then that would mean that somebody was trying to steal from the United States of America's government. And I don't know, but I'm fairly certain if you try to outdo that, that's a dangerous game to play. I would highly recommend for those individuals to be able to continue breathing, because I would guesstimate that something like that would be punishable in various measures where execution would be the only response. If it were to go to a legal aspect, I would guesstimate that those individuals, despite how ignorant and or stupid, would be, I'd hope in some ways they'd be smart enough to know that the sooner they undid that, the safer they possibly could be. Because I would guesstimate to go as far as claiming someone as a slave that's not in a BDSM way would be considered illegal. Extremely illegal. And again, the Civil War already having been fought and won to completely eradicate slavery out of the United States of America. If hypothetically somebody was that arrogantly stupid, I would highly recommend, because obviously I would never allow that to be. I am not one who is in that type of category. So I would highly recommend that if hypothetically somebody was that arrogantly stupid to go as far as in the civilian sector, outside of BDSM terms, to go and proclaim something like that illegally for years, they might want to go and clarify that all by themselves, because otherwise I would guesstimate there would be a lot of legal ramifications that those individuals could not afford a lawyer for. That's all. Just a quick little ornery PSA. You guys have a good one.